97% of magnesium can't reach the brain. Yet, you still take it every morning believing you're protecting your memory. So why do you keep forgetting what's cooking on the stove? Calling your grandchild the wrong name? Getting lost in the middle of your own story? The painful truth is the magnesium you trust may have never reached the place it's needed most, your brain, and you may be losing your memory silently, day by day. Most magnesium supplements can't cross the blood-brain barrier, a natural shield that blocks any nutrient not small or structured enough, meaning your magnesium may have never reached your brain cells. And this silent deficiency is what's leading you towards memory loss, reduced cognitive function, or even the early stages of Alzheimer's. But there is one exception: Magnesium L-Threonate, developed by scientists at MIT, has been clinically shown to cross the brain's protective barrier and restore memory function as we age. Is it truly effective, or just clever marketing? This video will give you the answer backed by real clinical evidence, and it may completely change how you care for your brain starting today. You've been taking magnesium faithfully for months, yet your memory still feels foggy, your sleep disturbed, your thoughts scattered. The problem isn't your commitment. It's that the magnesium you're taking may have never reached the place it's needed most, your brain. In 2010, researchers at MIT made a discovery that changed everything we thought we knew about brain health. They identified one specific form of magnesium L-Threonate, that could do what no other form had ever done: cross the blood-brain barrier. That barrier is like a security gate for your brain. It's there to protect, but it's also extremely selective. Most nutrients, including nearly all common magnesium supplements, get blocked. They're simply too large or improperly structured to make it through. So while your body may absorb them, your brain doesn't benefit. Magnesium L-Threonate is different. It's created by bonding magnesium with a compound derived from vitamin C called threonic acid. This combination results in a molecule that is small, stable, and perfectly shaped to pass through the brain's protective filter. The results were astonishing. In lab tests, animals given magnesium L-Threonate showed a 15% increase in magnesium levels in the cerebrospinal fluid, the environment that bathes and nourishes the brain. More magnesium here meant sharper memory, faster learning, and better brain plasticity, the foundation of cognitive resilience. And no other magnesium type tested produced this effect. Now imagine what that means for you or someone you love. The forgotten conversations, the misplaced names, the lost stories in mid-sentence. What if those moments could be reclaimed not with guesswork, but with a form of magnesium designed specifically for the brain? This is where true transformation begins, not by taking more, but by taking smarter. And this is only the beginning. Because magnesium L-Threonate doesn't just enter your brain, it may help restore what aging and stress have quietly taken away. In the next section, you'll see how this unique form has actually helped older adults reverse years of memory decline in just a matter of weeks. If you're still watching and finding this information truly meaningful, please drop a number 1 in the comments below. It helps me know you're still with me and that you truly care about your brain, your memory, and your clarity of mind. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you because it means you're serious about your brain health. Most people never go beyond the basics. But today, you're about to discover something few have ever heard, something that may actually reverse age-related memory decline. What if I told you that a group of older adults just like you took a specific form of magnesium for 12 weeks, and their brains started functioning like they were nearly a decade younger? Would you believe that That's exactly what scientists found in a 2022 clinical trial published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease Reports. Participants between the ages of 50 and 70, all experiencing mild memory issues, took magnesium L-threonate daily. The results were nothing short of remarkable. After just 12 weeks, their working memory, focus, and executive function showed significant improvement. But the most jaw-dropping finding was this: their brain age measured by cognitive testing actually reversed by an average of 9 years. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling like your mind has been rewound a full decade. No more fumbling for words. No more blank spaces in conversation. No more sticky notes around the house just to remember appointments. Instead, mental clarity, focus, and most importantly, the feeling of independence still in your hands. And the key here is this wasn't just hype. These results were confirmed through a rigorous, double-blind, placebo-controlled human trial, meaning they weren't just imagined or exaggerated. But that wasn't the only study. Another in 2016, also published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, reaffirmed the same outcomes. Older adults who took magnesium L-threonate for 12 weeks experienced improvements in processing speed, memory retention, and cognitive performance across several domains. Those given a placebo, no change, no reversal, no miracle. And that leads to a sobering truth: if you do nothing, decline will continue. But when you give your brain what it truly needs, a nutrient that can actually reach your neurons, you're opening the door to a different future. Not a perfect one, but one where you still remember your grandchildren's names, still tell stories with ease, and still feel like yourself. You don't have to accept memory decline as an unavoidable part of aging, because for the first time, there's something that helps your brain fight back. And in the next section, you'll see how this very same form of magnesium also reduces anxiety, improves sleep, and restores mental balance in older adults living with chronic stress. And if you, like millions of others, are struggling with sleepless nights and a restless mind, this is something you won't want to miss. Have you ever felt like you're no longer yourself? Not just forgetting names or losing focus, but a deep, lingering mental fatigue, an unexplained sense of worry, sleepless nights, waking up with a heavy mind, even though your body hasn't done anything physically demanding. This isn't weakness. It's your brain sending out distress signals after years of being worn down by stress, chronic stress. Whether it comes from raising grandchildren, family issues, finances, or illness, can leave lasting damage in your brain. It breaks down synaptic connections, reduces memory, slows down thinking, and can even trigger emotional imbalance. In many older adults, this damage mimics a silent brain injury. You begin to lose your sharpness, your patience, your emotional balance, and slowly, your sense of self. But here's the good news: the brain can recover if it's given the right support. In a 2023 clinical trial published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, researchers gave magnesium L-threonate to older adults dealing with high stress and cognitive decline. After 3 months of daily use, participants showed not just improved short-term memory, focus, and processing speed, but also reduced anxiety, better sleep, and clearer mental energy in the morning. What sets magnesium L-threonate apart is that it doesn't just relax your muscles like common forms of magnesium. It reaches your brain directly, influencing the stress response system. It helps repair damaged synapses, restore emotional stability, and rebuild the inner calm you thought you'd lost. This isn't a magic pill to erase stress, but it's a steady, gentle step toward reclaiming the balance that stress slowly stole from you. And when your mind feels more at peace, your sleep deepens and your memory sharpens. You begin to feel truly alive again, not just surviving. If you or someone you love has been silently enduring long days of mental exhaustion, restless nights, or a fading sense of clarity, then maybe what's missing isn't willpower, it's the right kind of magnesium. In the next part, we'll talk about something even more terrifying, Alzheimer's disease. Can magnesium L-threonate really protect the brain against such a devastating condition? You'll find out soon, and it may change how you care for your brain forever. If you ask most older adults what they fear most, it's usually not death. It's forgetting their grandchildren, forgetting who they are, living a few more years, but no longer knowing themselves. That's why Alzheimer's is one of the most terrifying diagnoses for millions. Not just because it shortens life, but because it slowly strips away memory, personality, and the ability to live independently. And here's a little known but important fact: one of the silent contributors to neurodegeneration is a magnesium deficiency in the brain. In a 2016 human clinical trial published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, older adults with memory issues were given magnesium L-threonate for 12 consecutive weeks. The results were clear. Those taking this form of magnesium showed significant improvements in working memory, executive function, and processing speed, all areas of the brain that typically decline first in neurodegenerative conditions. What's even more important, those given a placebo showed no improvement, which suggests the magnesium wasn't just delaying decline, it was helping to reverse it. So, is this just a temporary fix or a real line of defense? From what science shows so far, magnesium L-threonate doesn't merely slow the aging process, it may help restore key neural functions, support the rebuilding of connections between brain cells, and keep your thinking sharp and your memory resilient. Picture this for a moment. Instead of seeing the confused gaze of a loved one who's forgotten a familiar name, you remain clear-headed, remembering stories, names, and moments as if those threads of memory were still tightly held in your hand. This isn't just a hopeful claim. It's backed by real-world human data, with measurable results using rigorous controls. And in a world where no cure for Alzheimer's exists yet, the ability to stay sharp, slow cognitive decline, or even walk a few steps backward on the path, that's a gift beyond measure. If you've ever found your keys in the freezer, lost your train of thought mid-sentence, or felt afraid because you couldn't remember how to get home, this might be the moment to take your brain health seriously. Because in the next section, we'll explore something just as vital: how magnesium L-threonate may actually slow down the natural aging of the brain itself. And if you're hoping to live another 10 years with a clear, focused mind, you won't want to miss what comes next. If you're still watching and find this information truly helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. It's how I know you're still here, truly caring about your future. Not just living longer, but staying sharp, aware, and independent. Have you ever felt like your mind is aging faster than your body? You might be just over 60 yet often hear yourself say, "I'm not as sharp as I used to be." You finish reading something, only to realize you didn't absorb any of it. You walk into the kitchen and freeze, unsure why you went there in the first place. That's a sign your brain may be aging faster than your actual age. And you're not alone. Research shows that as we grow older, magnesium levels in the brain naturally decline. This leads to a drop in synaptic density, slower processing speed, and reduced memory and clarity, even if your body still feels healthy. But there's hope. In a 2016 clinical trial, published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, older adults with memory concerns took Magnesium L-Threonate daily for 12 weeks. The results were clear. They showed notable improvements in working memory, executive function, and attention, the very functions that tend to decline first when the brain begins to age. What's crucial is this: those improvements didn't happen in the placebo group. Only the group taking Magnesium L-Threonate experienced real results. That proves it works at the cellular level of the brain. Magnesium L-Threonate can cross the blood-brain barrier, a key advantage allowing it to deliver magnesium directly to where it's needed most. It helps neurons regenerate. It strengthens their connections. And it keeps your thinking flexible and alert. And the best part, whether you're 40, 60, or 75, it's not too late to support your brain and slow down the silent aging happening every day. You don't need to be a genius. But you do deserve to stay clear-minded, in control, and truly yourself without needing help to remember who you are. In the next section, I'll reveal why Magnesium L-Threonate doesn't just help memory. It may also improve your sleep dramatically by calming the mental chaos that keeps so many of us awake at night. If you've ever spent hours staring at the ceiling, unable to turn off your mind, you'll want to hear what's coming next. If you're still watching and have ever spent hours tossing and turning at night, unable to find peace, this part is for you. Have you ever been in this state? Your body is completely exhausted, your eyes are heavy, but your mind keeps spinning like a machine. You lie down, and suddenly, a flood of thoughts pours in unfinished tasks, worries about tomorrow, concerns for your children or grandchildren. You turn to one side, then the other. You count sheep. You play soft music. You sip herbal tea, but still no deep sleep. Then morning comes, and it feels like you've just stepped out of a battle. Your body aches. Your mind is foggy. Your emotions feel out of sync all day. That's not just insomnia, it's a form of mental aging, when the brain can no longer calm the storm inside. In a 2021 clinical trial published in Nutrients, adults with poor sleep quality were given Magnesium L-Threonate daily for 6 weeks. The results were encouraging. They fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and reported deeper, more restful sleep. Not only that, many also experienced improved mood and reduced anxiety, both of which are closely tied to how well your brain allows itself to rest. So what makes this form of magnesium different? Unlike traditional forms that mainly work on muscles or digestion, Magnesium L-Threonate works directly on the brain's emotional control center. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and calms areas like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex regions linked to worry, obsessive thoughts, and racing mental chatter. Put simply, instead of just sedating the body, it soothes the mental chaos. The real reason so many can't sleep, even when physically exhausted. And the best part, it doesn't create dependency like sleeping pills. There's no need to increase the dose, no morning grogginess, and no loss of control. With Magnesium L-Threonate, restful sleep becomes a natural outcome, the result of healed neurons, and a brain that finally feels safe enough to let go. So, if you've tried everything and still can't sleep well, maybe it's time to shift your focus. Fix the problem in the brain, not just in the body. Because good sleep isn't just about restoring energy. It's when your brain organizes memories, resets emotions, and allows you to wake up still clear, still whole. We've just explored 6 powerful benefits of Magnesium L-Threonate, a small nutrient that can bring about big changes in your brain health, memory, and the peace you feel when you sleep. Perhaps nothing hurts more as we grow older than feeling like our mind is slipping away, forgetting the name of a loved one, losing track of what we were saying, lying awake at night with a tired body, but a restless mind that won't slow down. If you've experienced that, let me just say this, you're not alone. And the beautiful truth is, whether you're 55, 65, or even well into your 80s, it's not too late. Sometimes, the smallest shift, like choosing the right kind of magnesium, can help you feel like yourself again, clear, calm, and hopeful. If this video brought you value, feel free to comment. I will care for my brain starting today, so I know you're walking this journey with intention. And if you believe more people should hear this, you can also support this channel with a small contribution. Just a little goes a long way to help me keep creating thoughtful content for you and for other seniors who may just need a kind, timely reminder. Because growing older doesn't mean fading away. It's a chance to slow down, stay sharp, and live each day fully with the mind you've spent a lifetime building.